Hey, Stukulele from Uke Mullum here. Thanks for stopping by. I have an infatuation with a band from Brooklyn, New York called They Might Be Giants, made up of the two Johns, Linnell and Flansburgh, a two-headed creative monster. I love these guys. They have a mathematical stroke scientific approach to making music, and I love their sometimes nonsensical yet highly evocative lyrics. I'd categorise it as alternate nerd rock. Every time I listen to them, I rediscover new philosophical and musical ideas. Their wonderful multi-timbral universe is a fun place to visit where I feel equal parts entertained and intellectually stimulated. Today we're going to break down their debut single from their eponymous release from 1986, Don't Let's Start. I'm using a ukulele with a low G string. Sounds just as good on a standard tuned uke, and there are 12 chord shapes which we'll learn in a moment. The trickiest part of this song is the strumming pattern. Most of the songs that we play have a strumming pattern with 8 beats to the bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 beats to the bar. This one has 16 beats to the bar. So we're increasing the frequency by 2. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So I'll go through each section and we'll talk about the patterns that I'm making to create this arrangement. The chords we'll need for this song are for G, snake bite, one in the middle. We have a C chord, E minor, A7, a D chord, just the normal old D, which I play by mashing those top 2 strings together with the first finger and then use my second finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. There's this lovely F add 9 chord, an E minor major 7, an E minor 7, an E minor 6, and right at the end of the song we have a C major 7. And there's one other chord which I'll show you a bit later. The intro goes like this. You have your D sus4 chord, and we're going to do 2 strokes followed by another down up and a down. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. One more time. Okay, and now we're into the chord progression, and it goes like this. I'm going to play all 16 beats of the bar and then add the accented chords. So it starts like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now I'm going to play the accented beats with the chords. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Again. Okay, so That's showing you the actual mechanism, the strum, the pulse, the machine behind what is driving this syncopated rhythm. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And now I'll just play the chords without all that in between scratch track. Goes like this. A 1, 2, a 3, 4. And of course, when I'm performing it in the arrangement that I've done, I'm muting those stabs. So it's like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, that's the intro. Let's have a look at some of the other parts.
Don't let's start. This is the worst part. Could believe for all the world that you're my precious little girl. But don't let's start. I've got a weak heart and I don't get around how you get around.
Now for the chorus. The first 4 chords are exactly the same as the intro. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And then there is this run. So what's actually happening is this note descends. And that's your D sus4 there. So to harmonise that descending note, we're going to play these chords, which are E minor, E minor major 7, then G, E minor 6, and then the D sus4. So let me play that with our metronome. A 1, a 2, a 1 E and a 2 E and a. One E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So all together, the chorus pattern goes like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, for the verse pattern, we are playing another 16th strum pattern. Slightly different chords.
When you are alone, you are the cat, you are the phone, you are an animal. Words I'm singing now mean nothing more than meow to an animal.
We have these chords, G, C, F add 9, D. I add a little bit of percussion in there to fill out the rhythm. So we have do that with a metronome. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Tricky. Sounds good though, huh? Okay, there's an 8-bar musical interlude here, and there's another part that I've added to it. So we're way up here, and I'm using my pinky on the 12th fret and middle finger on the 10th fret of the second string. So 12th of the first, 10th of the second, and that's the sound we're after, but I want to be able to play it fast, digga-digga-dit, digga-digga-digga-dit. And so what I'm going to do is mute these top 2 strings with my finger just by placing them very lightly on the strings here. So it sounds like this. Okay, and then we have to go and slide down. Now this is a tricky move. And then we have this little riff, 4 to 5 on the C string, and then 3 to 5 on the E string. Finishing on the 3 the first time, and then you do that little thing again. This time you finish on the bottom string on the 5th fret. Altogether goes like this.
Wake up, smell the cat food in your bank account. Don't try to stop the tail that wags the hound.
In the second part of the verse, the rhythm changes again, so there's some short, sharp stabs, and I've changed the rhythm so it goes. So I'll do that with the metronome too. And remember, all of the rhythms that I've done for all these sections have been properly tabbed out and are available over at patreon.com/Uke Mullum for our avid learner patrons. So you can actually work off the sheets, which is going to make it easier to learn. I'll play it with a metronome. We're muting in between and playing the Z chord. Oh, 1, 2, 3. G first.
Wake up, smell the cat food in your bank account. Don't try to stop the tail that wags the hound.
Okay, now the bridge section goes like this. We're starting with the E minor, F add 9, G, C, C7, and the rhythm's like this. We'll do it in eighths to start with. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we need to add the 16th scratch track underneath all of that. 1, 2, 1 E and a 2 E and a. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll play it a little bit faster. Now the chorus, second verse, same as the first. Okay, and now we have a 4-bar section that was added on the second version of this song. They originally recorded this on a demo tape, and the single version ended up with this 4-bar section with the D sus4 chord, which you could play like this. So this is your A shape, right? Move it up one, got B flat, C, D. And then I stuck my pinky on there, the 7th fret of the 3rd string, to suspend it. So altogether it goes like this. You could also play that chord with just 2 fingers, 1st finger on the bottom 2 strings and 3rd finger if it bends just at the right spot. Now I'll slow that rhythm down for you. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. So it goes like this. Okay, and the very, very last part of the song, after the repeat of the chorus, is just a slight change to this chromatic run. Now we're going from E minor, E minor major 7, E minor 7, E minor 6, and then we're going to play a C major 7, and then D to G. So slowly it goes. Let me do that with a metronome and see how that goes. A 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... And there you have all the parts to They Might Be Giants. Don't Let's Start. Thank you so much for indulging me with this video. It is a hard song, I give you that. And you've probably never heard of it and couldn't be less interested in learning it, but that's cool. This one was for me because sometimes I spend a lot of time working on things for beginners, and on the other end of the scale, I'm trying to make things interesting for people who've been playing for a long time. And I'm just frantic trying to keep everyone happy. So I kind of needed this one just to... for my own sanity. Thank you for indulging me. Patrons, thank you for your support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do go ahead and do that. And remember to click the notification bell so you never miss a uke tutorial. If you liked the video, and I'm sure you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and most importantly, leave me a comment below, and I'd love to hear what kind of songs you would like me to do. So that's very important. Please go ahead, leave a comment below. Over at patreon.com/Uke Mullum, you'll find all the printable stuff that goes with this lesson, which will really help you if you're keen to learn this song. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out with me to the end of the video. It means a lot. I'll see you in the next one.
I went to Paris on a unicorn. He flew me over on the day I was born. I saw a rainbow in his eyes. I climbed it right up to the sky. Went to the Arc to 3